I've always loved working on games. Literally since the moment I was a little kid, me and my brother working on point-and-click adventures in PowerPoint, right up to the first time I opened Unity and Unreal Engine, and I really started to dive into these tools to become a game developer. I've been doing this stuff for, well over a decade now, and it's been such an amazing journey and an amazing passion to me. For the last 2 years, I've been working on our game, Misc, A Tiny Tale, which is a 3D platformer where you play as a tiny robot roaming around a giant world. The game is all about helping people around you and celebrating difference. But I've had to develop this game completely in my spare time. It's a big thing to dedicate to, and obviously with just life being the way it is, it can get really tough. When I saw that Screen Australia had a grant open for a games expansion pack, I had to look into it and I had to apply. Because even if there was that small chance that we got it, it would mean that I would be able to essentially pursue my dream. I'd be able to make my day job working on games. I'd be able to make the game that I've been wanting to make in the best way it can be. And I'd be able to do all of this while supporting the gaming industry here in Australia. So when we got the news not long ago that we actually got approved for this grant, it was such an incredible, special moment in my life. So as of this video, I will be working at my company, Tinyware Games. Tinyware. I will be working on finishing the game over the next 2 years. And I know for some of you, that might be a very, very far into the future time, but 2 years in game development world, especially for an indie dev, is like a blip. It's absolutely nothing. This will go so much quicker than I think everybody really thinks, and there's so much work to do. There's so much to actually get done. I will be working as hard as I possibly can. I've got a lot of work ahead of me, and I'm really excited to just, day in, day out, be able to work on this game and really make something hopefully super special and memorable. Our approach for release dates up until now have just been, we don't know. To be confirmed. To finally have things sort of, the next 2 years planned out for us internally as developers to be able to look at the path ahead and say, okay, we know what we're doing, we know how to do it, let's get to work and let's make this a reality. I think that's a really great moment for us, and I'm really excited to keep you guys up to date on every little step on the way. There's a lot of stuff that we'll be working on that of course goes into spoiler territories, so we can't be sharing that stuff sadly, but we will definitely be a little bit more active on social media and just with the community in general. Getting to this point, applying for this grant to receiving it and everything that's involved in that journey has been really fascinating for me. As much as I love making games, like at the end of the day, this is a big responsibility. It isn't just a hobby, it's something that really is important to the future here in Australia for game developers. I've been really trying to reach out more to other local developers, really help people where I can, connect with them and make sure that we're all kind of working together towards the shared goal of making WA, making Australia a great place for developers. And things like this grant, it's changed my life. I know it's going to change other people's lives too. There will be more examples of great games made here in Australia. There will be studios and people who have new opportunities that weren't possible before. That seed is now planted, and hopefully over the next 5 or 10 years we'll really get to see that grow and blossom, and I'm really excited to see where that goes. And so I really owe that all to the people at Screen Australia. They have been such fantastic people along every step of the journey. The first time I met some of the people there, it was just such a welcoming, amazing community of people who knew what they were talking about, who had a innate passion for games and a vast history for them too. So It was really nice to see that sort of enthusiasm, that sort of hope, and kind of building the stepping stones we need for everything to come together in the future and really continue to grow. So thank you again to everybody at Screen Australia. Thank you to Amelia and just everybody who's helped along the way. It's really been absolutely life-changing for me, and I am so incredibly thankful. I am so incredibly excited to see where the game will be in a year or 2 years. Once this journey is over, how things will go from there is going to be really fascinating, and I'm hoping that I can share all of that with you guys along the way. I mean, of course, I want to thank my team members for sticking with me for so many years, from past projects, from current projects. However I met you along the way, it's been incredible. Every little project, every little thing we've collaborated and worked on together has ultimately led us to this moment, and that's something that's really special. It's something that I guess I'm still trying to process and comprehend that it's real. So it's really, really crazy, and I'm really excited to see how it all turns out.